Well, back at it again.
Back at it again. It took us forever.
2 weeks?
It's like we always gotta do something new.
It looked good though.
Yeah, it look good. I like it. I like it.
It looked good.
It's still some things that I'm like, I wanna fix up. Not fix up, but like if we had, you know me, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to keep moving this shit. So like if we had super clamps, so all this stuff can stay here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And to the people that don't know what's going on,
Oh yeah.
obviously, welcome to just a chopping it up with me and Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in a new set. So, obviously we liked the setup last time, but there's always room to be better.
It's
in the
always
world
room.
of Mr. J.
It's always going to be better. But yeah, man.
What's your inspiration?
About this?
Yeah.
Just really a couple things. If I want to get higher for things like this, I want people to see that, this is how we coming, one, right? And two, just always having just a different level, setting a new standard, right? Like, I think the podcast looks good. We got something good going. But it's like, okay, if we're going to be even just chopping it up, let's show them that we can get creative and we could look like the YouTubers too. We could look like the people that be teaching lighting and stuff. We could do that too.
No, you can. I think we should kind of give them people that are listening something, not too much. You know what I'm saying? They can't get this for free.
Yeah, and that's fine.
But your inspiration, lighting behind us, the key lights, headlights.
Oh yeah, man. Just so you like go. Oh, so basically, so what you see right now, we have a dome light, so it can give us light in the front from both of us, right? Usually I do I don't know the name of this stuff. I usually do a different type of softbox where it's just one directional. So I was like, let's do the dome so we could just use one, right? And it can brighten up the entire space while still being dark in the background. And why that's important to me is because it just gives it this, I don't really know the verbiage to some of this stuff, but it just gives this look that I like. It's a moody look, right? Okay. So it still gives the moody look, and I can create more foreground, like more things in the background to make it more interesting, right? To get people attention more. So honestly, I wish we could have some more space on your shot for real.
Yeah.
But we couldn't. So we was like, let's just create some things over there.
That was really dope aesthetic. You literally ran upstairs, and I was like, I wonder where he was, because I was trying to do that right here on the table, and but I didn't even know you had the bucket. So when you went down there, I was like, okay. But then it was just missing that one little piece. And how do you light it? Like, it's there, but it looked very dull. So trying to find the right lighting, and that mattered too, because it's like, all right, we were thinking, let's go blue, but we already have an orange accent right there, so it might complete a little bit. So when we had the blue light up there, what we found out was that it was creating more of a shadow because it was standing out. But we were able to find this orange that wasn't exactly the same, but still blended well enough. I like the set overall, though.
I like it, man.
But don't be surprised if you come back next time and it's different.
Nah, man. Honestly, bro, I gotta relax, man. Because now I'm just thinking like, I like it too, but now I want it to stay. So now it's like, man, super clamps, more money. Super clamps. I need 2 more lights. It don't even have to be those type of lights. Like, I just need 2 more lights. Because
the little joints.
Yeah. No, I'm with that. I'm with that. So it don't have to be too much. Like, I ain't trying to spend too much money, but just a way for it to stay right here. Because this ain't gonna be able to work. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if I got an interview on the other side where those people can still come sit down, even if it's not turned on. And now I'm even thinking about, I know I'm dragging it, but I'm like, damn, I need 1 more camera.
You think so?
I don't need 2 more cameras. I need 1 more.
1 more
camera. 1 more
for a 3?
Huh?
1 more for a 3 shot?
No, just for this, so it can stay again.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, because I forgot you already have 4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
More money, more problems.
More money, more problems, bro. And even like, I'm looking at it right now, and honestly, I don't even have to do the tripods, right? I get 5 super clamps, and I get 2 more of these poles from the C-stand. And I hang it from the ceiling.
You think the cameras? From the
ceiling? So you get the super clamp.
Okay.
You hang this pole.
You really going like set life, like how they be having it on the sets and things of that nature.
Yep.
That might be crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I haven't seen anybody shoot. Well,
David Shines does that, but again, he has a whole building. So
he doesn't move those cameras though.
Nah, but you can move them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's hanging from the ceiling.
Now, because I actually have never operated it, does somebody move them manually while they're?
I mean, he don't move them while you're recording.
Oh no, just
No, yeah, it's just I'm saying if he had to though. But yeah, man. So I'm thinking about get 5 super clamps. I already got the poles for the C stands. One more Black Magic. And again, because this us vibing. To be honest, I might not even have to get a Black Magic right now. We probably can just do 2 different cameras.
Or FX30 or something like that.
See, I was just thinking about the Canon because I got it.
Oh yeah, the R5.
You get what I'm saying? Like
crazy. R5 would go crazy.
Yeah, so like I don't have to get another camera right now, but if I ran into some bread, I probably would.
Get another Black Magic.
Yeah.
I seen him shooting with the Urus. Shout out to the homie Eugene. He proposed a few weeks
Shout out
ago.
to my dog, man.
And they were shooting it because they did like a comedy show, and bro, talking about full production. They had the rigs and everything, the crane
for the proposal.
Because it was an actual comedy show. Like they actually taped it to like pitch it later on.
Okay.
But they put it together. The whole concept of the proposal was based around this comedy show. So literally he created it, but they were like, this is actually a really good idea. So we should take this actual comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
They had people come in the audience and everything in that capacity. And they were just like, we're going to pitch it in February for like to see if it's called For the Love of Comedy. So they're trying to go out with that. But they were using the Urus. And boy, like cinematic cameras are just different.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's just different. I mean, you just had an experience with that.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like the texture, bro. But that's what I be saying. But even with different cinematic cameras, like that's why I'm a Red guy. Like I love
the Komodo.
Yeah, but not even just Red per se. Like I'm a Canon person. That's what I meant to say. Because like I love the Red. Because the Red, I think it's like a Canon in the Canon family.
Is it? I thought Red was its own.
It is its own, but I thought it was like because it uses Canon lenses. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, but Canon is compatible with a lot of different lenses. I mean, with a lot
because it's Black Magic too. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I think they're like user friendly, which is smart because I think Sony, you got to get like a mount and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess I just love the Red Canon. I love the texture like that. Yeah, I want to ask you because I was gonna post these on the Gemini Scorpio podcast audio.
This?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was like, I don't know, because I feel like
you wouldn't just use the.
No, we could change. Because we were gonna change the name anyway. But right. I was just curious because I feel like they already used to us too. You feel me? Like
yeah.
So I was thinking about that. Yeah, man.
That would be dope.
How you feeling, bro? How everything been going?
Everything's been good, bro. I can't complain. We're heading into break, holiday break, closing out the year. I've been burnt out though. Like
you been burnt out?
Yeah. Like I'm like, all right, bet, bro. Winter break is on the 19th of December. This year has been eventful. It's been great, but there's been a lot of stuff in between. I'm traveling, and the reason I'm traveling on Friday, gotta go rescue my parents. So just dealing with that. But it's not burnt out in a bad way. It's like I accomplished so much this year that now I'm like, I have 15 days of PTO left. That's not going to roll over into next year.
It's not going to roll over?
No.
Can you just take them now?
I can't. I mean, it's the end of the year. Like we shut down on the 19th. I took 1 week off.
Okay, but so, I mean, you can't just take the rest
all
of
them.
Yeah.
Nah, they blacked them out. Like so because I waited this long, I was like, damn. But I didn't take any time off during the year because it was so much work. The only time that I took off was when I went to Haiti, and I was like 5 days.
Yeah.
But now, I just was like, all right, bro, you accomplished a lot. You need to rest, and that's kind of what like my mentality is. But rest in a different type of way. Rest in a way of like focusing on the projects that I want to work on, like this and onward and forward. We've been talking about it with the podcast.
Yeah, no,
what about you? How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. And I mean that. Like, I think I'm in a great space. I'm finally starting to like even like get out and date. You feel me? Like things like that is cool.
That's great.
What?
Seeing you in that space though.
Yeah, bro. I'm good. Like even like we just had the interview with Pinky Cole. I think that was really good. That like fed my soul. You feel me? So like that was a good one. And like usually towards the end of the year it get harder, which it has been getting harder. But I think I had a few episodes that was in a tuck that was actually good ones. So it kind of helped me out towards the end of the year, right? So like I'm in a good space with that. How
do you know what interviews to drop? Like when? How do you create?
I don't, bro.
Okay.
So I just go with. So me, I go with priority like best feeling to least feeling, right? But sometimes the least feeling end up hitting. You feel me? So like
You
Just
don't gotta say
being
no name specifically if you want to. But
least feeling like that hit, or just the least feeling in general.
I mean, well, you know, like
So I go by, to be honest, I just go by names
okay,
or like priority. So it's like, let's say somebody pay, I'll have to post them first, right?
okay.
Let's say if it's a bigger name, I'll post them first because more than likely I'll be excited, right? So it's really like that. And then the other people, I just get them when I might not have as much going on, or if I don't want them to get too long winded. Just being honest. But I don't be knowing. Sometimes I know, sometimes I don't. Like the ones I know, like Vaughn, right? I had a good idea that was gonna be decent because he's clearly going crazy, right? That wasn't nothing I was super excited about, you feel me? Because he's super young, and it's nothing wrong with that. It's just where I am compared to like talking to like somebody that's 21, I think. I don't know, I think it's 20, 23, something like that.
Like, maybe, let me look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you know me, bro. So it's like, it ain't nothing against him or nothing like that. It's just me talking to him. I had to, like, I felt like I didn't do the best job because, like, I needed to meet him more so where he was at, if that makes sense.
But you're trying to bring him to a
to
level
my
of
world,
maturity
yeah, and
that he hasn't experienced yet.
There you go. And I think I just got to do a better job at that as an interviewer. You feel me? What I'm saying? So because of that, I wasn't as excited to drop, but I already knew that it was going to be decent. I already knew. I'm like, man, that shit. I didn't know it was going to. I didn't know a couple blog posts was going to do that, but I thought it definitely hit. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's really only 21. But I would not have thought if I saw him on the street.
Oh yeah, nah.
That he's only 21.
I feel like the glasses honestly make him look younger though.
Really?
Yeah, that makes sound crazy.
You seen the picture without his hair?
Nah, I don't think so.
More mature.
Without the ski mask.
The
The nigga be rocking that motherfucking ski mask, boy. Nah, I never seen.
We're going crazy though.
Yeah, nah, that nigga, he got motion, bro. Him. I didn't think the YTB Fat shit was gonna go like that because again, that's another one. I'm trying to bring him to my world, and again, I just wasn't as proud of the interview because I thought I could have again doing a better job at going to their world, right? That shit ended up doing close to 200,000. I'm like, God damn.
You think it's because of the audience, like?
No, it's the person. I give them. I always, I'm a realist. I give them their respect.
No, like their audience though.
Oh yeah, no, it's because of they got motion. Being straight up.
Fat?
Yeah.
He's.
I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know he was that big of a deal. Like, the nigga did one something like, and I thought I was like, bro, I'm like, I hope. I ain't think I did that good of a job at the end. I'm just being straight up with you, right? And I'm like, man, that shit went crazy.
Have you heard of Pretty Brown? What is it?
I heard it when I started doing my research. Yeah.
It's a hit.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty. Yeah, that's a good song. Like, and I'm not a fan of the young nigga music shit, but that was a good song.
I know we all over, but I don't know what type of music you like. That's the
yo. I'm an old soul, bro. I like R&B. I like. It's funny. I think I'm just a what's the word? A purist? Nah, I don't want to say purist, bro. I think I'm just stuck in my ways. So I really like things that just nostalgic.
You stuck in your ways?
Me? Yeah.
You had a recent opinion change.
Nigga, you think I didn't never know that?
You had a recent opinion change.
I said I wasn't?
No, I'm talking about your opinion on Kendrick.
My God.
Because you said, that's what I smiled.
Oh,
I was like,
my God.
You stuck in your ways. Not on that one, though.
Nah, that's salute to Kendrick, bro. That's all him. I gotta give him that respect because I personally I feel like this world is crazy. Like, you can never grow to like somebody. You can never have an opinion. It's like, oh, now you switching sides.
Stay on that side. Yeah, like stay on that side.
Bro, I didn't like the music. Oh, I didn't like the music.
Yeah.
The nigga been dropping shit different. I don't think again, I'm not the biggest fan, so maybe I'm not qualified to have this conversation. However, from my experience, I haven't heard music like this before from him ever. Like even the GNX song, I haven't heard music like this from him.
It was different.
Okay, cool. So when I say I didn't like it, I didn't like it. I still don't like that music. The music that I'm hearing now is different from what I was hearing before, and I like this music. Like, I'm like, this is, and then I'm listening, and then I seen the beef unfold. Also, not trying to be gay, but whatever. I'm a Gemini. He's a Gemini. You know, niggas hate that zodiac talk. Niggas hate that.
Just supporting my son, like just about to buy. I got right. Look, hey, yeah, no, he a Gemini, man. We in this together. Let's go.
But I'm just saying, like niggas think alike a little bit. So I'm listening to him. He like, yo, I'd rather what do he say? Like before I settle a beef, I'd rather bring you to hell with me. I'm like, yeah, like yeah. He's like, yes.
I've been there. Like,
I feel you, bro. Like, yeah, like fuck you talking about. We ain't like stay over there, nigga. Like
Kendrick is on a generational run.
Yeah.
I asked shout out to E. I asked E, I said, do you think this year can equate to 50's 03 year? When he dropped
for Kendrick?
Yeah.
No.
You think 50 still?
Yeah. He ain't dropped enough.
He ain't dropping that.
Like, not even, I don't want to say enough. Like, the beef was one thing, right?
Yeah.
50 was on a different type time. And like, especially when it came to Ja Rule. Like, it was like every other song was towards Ja Rule. Whereas though Kendrick, like, he clearly got a life outside of Drake. So he's making other music. Yeah, he might sprinkle a little bit of pop in his shit. Whereas though 50, he ain't step off of your neck. It was like every single song.
To this day.
To this day.
This day.
It's
if
like,
he has a moment to throw a dig at him, bro, he gonna say something about
yeah,
that.
so it's like, yeah, nah, bro. But what I will say is, Kendrick, if I was Drake, I would sue too.
No.
Bro, think about this, bro.
No.
Do you understand how great of an artist Drake is?
Yeah, he's great.
How special he is as a talent, as an artist, right?
Okay.
It's no way somebody came in and made niggas doubt Drake, bro. Bro, Drake lost to what's the guy name?
Pusha T.
Pusha T in a beef. Well, I ain't give a fuck. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. I'm still bumping Drake. Yeah. Niggas are really considering not listening to Drake. Like, that's really crazy. So? What? You don't see it?
Bro, they still gonna listen to Drake, bro.
Bro, niggas are, for Drake to be so, this how, niggas are gonna kill me with this. This how special Kendrick is.
Oh, God.
Bro, Drake is one of one, bro. Mm-hmm. For Kendrick to come in and have niggas doubting to like really having skepticism to listen to Drake, you gotta be different, bro.
Yeah.
That was, and I'm just giving him his respect. That's different. Like, that's insane.
I mean, and that's fair. That's growth because 4 months ago, you were not saying this.
I wasn't.
You weren't. But
he made me a believer.
I understand why you said that. I had to go back and listen to Kendrick again, and I was listening to Pimp a Butterfly and things of that nature. And I would listen to, like, the songs that you would play in the car when you're listening to Drake, right? Because I don't listen to Drake like that, I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
But I understand why.
Yeah.
Because you'll listen to like a State Scheme and you'll listen to, so you know what I'm saying? It's flow, but then it also has that grittiness to it. It has that hip hop power to it. But I feel like with Kendrick is more poetic, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You have to follow the story throughout the album and things of that nature. And if you're not in a space that ready to digest that type of content, I understand how that could be jarring.
But also, I'm gonna be real, like with Drake, like it does have that hip hop feel, but it also has that nostalgic feel to me, making me think like when I was back when I was young or whatever like that, like how people doubted me, and like now, like, you know what I'm trying to say? But also not even just nostalgic, but also a feeling of like, I can't wait to get in this position. Like what he said when he said one time, he said, if the neighbors complain about he's like, I'll buy the neighbor's house if they complain about the noise. Like, this is the type time I would be on if I was rich. It was
motivation.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what? Like, I wish the neighbor would complain about the noise. Let me get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it might not be the most meaningful or powerful lyric, but it's like, yo, that gives me inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can resonate with.
Exactly. Yeah. So as though Kendrick Lamar, and shout out to Wayno. I'm gonna be real. Wayno said something that was super impactful to me and how I digest music. He's like, every song don't have to be bumped in a car.
No, actually, you know what's funny about that? Most of my favorite songs for any artist is never a song that's played in the radio or something like that.
Yeah.
Now it's not bumping. Like, I'll listen to it in the car, but on average, probably listen to Gotti.
Yeah. He's like, everything doesn't have to be like.
No.
You feel me? Like, and everything don't have to be consumed that way. Mm-hmm. And that means just because it might not be for this, it might be for a time where you might be taking a walk. You know what I'm saying? It might be a time where you taking a run. And it might not be a time to get you up in hype or to make you it might just be a song to make you think.
Damn, and you might have songs and music that have already been created for a season that you haven't even experienced yet.
Exactly.
That's tough. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so like again, I've tried to listen to a lot of Kendrick Lamar running. I really couldn't get into it. But again, I do I respect his mind though. But like you said, I just some of the shit I can't resonate with. And maybe he's unlocked a level of like hip hop that we haven't seen yet. Or I didn't see yet. You know what I'm trying to say? But what I would say now, this shit,
That's
I like
so
it.
funny though, because so many people are like, I don't like this album. Like, which is crazy.
That's different. Okay, that's different though.
Talking about the album? Right.
Yes, the album and the songs that I like.
Okay.
That's different. Like the album, I can't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I can't really give you too much of
early.
Huh?
It's too early.
Yeah, well, I listened to some songs. I skipped a lot. I mean, I'm saying I like the song that I like. That's it. But for what I will say is, it's more songs that I liked on here than the other albums.
That's fair.
So it's a WMI.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I know the Kendrick Lamar fans gonna try to kill me, but it's like it's more songs on this project. I think it's a mixtape, whatever, than I liked on other ones. What?
I ain't gonna say my comment because everybody was like, they said it's a mixtape because people ain't like it. That's what they were saying on Twitter. They're like, oh, he turned it to a mixtape now because people don't like it. He said, I bet you it was an album.
Yeah, I'm not turning my back on Drake though, bro. I think it sounds crazy. What I will say is,
he shouldn't see.
No, what I will say is, Wayne, I'm gonna get there. Wayne, stay out of this.
He got brought into this.
Stay out of this.
But he got brought into it.
Yeah, just let it go. Just be the bigger person. Just be the bigger person with this one. Why? Because the last thing I want to see is my childhood hero, favorite rapper. Everybody wanted to grow dreads at one point to be Lil Wayne. Mm-hmm. At one point, everybody wanted to be Wayne. He was my childhood favorite everything. Mm-hmm. The last thing I want to do is see him get knocked off by a nigga that I didn't even like a year ago. That's the last thing I want to see. And honestly, if we being real, just from what I've just seen in the last past year, I don't think Wayne is going toe-to-toe with Kendrick.
Now?
Yeah. I don't see it.
That's just two different worlds.
Yeah.
Two different worlds right now.
I personally don't even think, and this is not a knock against Wayne. I know people gonna kill me for this, whatever. It's not a knock against Wayne. For me, it's just, I don't think Wayne cares enough.
That's what I was about to say. He's at peace.
Yeah, not even peace. It's just, not even that. Like, even before, I don't think, like, to battle rap, you gotta have a sense of like, knowing what's going on in the streets. Wayne barely can remember his own lyrics. Like, I don't think Wayne cares enough about what's going on to be able to make a song that's catchy for us that he talk about another man. You know what I'm trying to say? Whereas though Drake, like, mind you, I didn't even think Kendrick Lamar was that tapped in. Mm-hmm. So like, even I've been seeing people make posts about the album and stuff, like they saying like he clearly got his ears tapped into the streets. Mm-hmm. I didn't think that man, I didn't know he had it in him. Yeah. Pause. But like Drake, I feel like Drake always shows sparks of like being interested in the industry, what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, he's collaborating with the newest artists.
Exactly.
And like the next new wave. First person that you'll see there to get on a song with them will be Drake in the past.
Exactly. So like, I'm like, yeah, Drake, that would be a great battle session. Whereas though Wayne probably don't know what the fuck going on.
I will say though, on this album, me personally, and a lot of people may have known these artists before, but I didn't know half of the artists that he collaborated with on this last project.
Yeah, like, that was dope though.
Kendrick definitely shout out a lot of people on the West Coast. And
it's a nigga named Peso.
Who?
Peso, I think. He's from West Coast. Mm-hmm. He fire. This is my first time being introduced to him, but I seen
a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of people
talk about him. SZA too, though. That song, the Luther joint goes crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I listened. I probably listened to a little bit.
We'll play it after this podcast. After we're done recording. You gotta hear that.
Yeah, no, he going crazy, bro. Lil Wayne, this because he got too much to lose. Like Drake, bro. Again, I'm not turning my back on Drake because I love the fact that he came on it. He got the short end of the stick, but he rose to the occasion. He's like, nah, we outside. What's up? Wayne, you got too much to lose, bro. You ain't like, you brought Drake into the game. You brought Nicki into the game. You could literally get away with, you know what? I'm good.
For me, seeing Wayne, if Wayne wants to jump into beef, it would be like Jay-Z beefing with somebody at this point in his career. Because, like, again, Hove brought in Kanye, like, they're successful. Your name is planted. Like, legacy-wise, you good.
Cemented in the industry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have anything to prove. Like, they take shots, whatever. Like, somebody take a shot at Jay-Z, he might go buy your like, now I'm gonna sign you, I'm gonna buy your label. Like, that's the type of chess game
So
that you're playing on.
I can't. Only reason I say I don't know because we've seen, like, we talk about this thing called being battle tested, right?
Mhm.
We've seen Jay-Z go at niggas on multiple occasions,
Yeah.
right? The best of them, like he went at Nas. There's a few people he talked about.
Or you talking about in the past, just in general. So you already know he has that history.
Yeah, like whereas the Wayne, all right, Wayne did a back and forth at Gilly, and honestly,
I don't know.
Honestly,
I don't remember that.
Gilly got him out the fucking way. But
what? I mean, I'm not privy to that.
Yes.
As far as hip hop culture, listen, let me just tell y'all, this is just our opinion. All right.
Yeah, facts.
But anyway, yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
I didn't even know that Lollipop was a diss track.
I didn't know that either.
Apparently, Lollipop was a diss track.
I hope not. The fuck?
Go look it up. Somebody said that Lollipop was a diss track, and I didn't think so.
I hated that song then, and when you say it's a diss track, I hate it more now.
And I gotta look it up. Don't quote me though.
I hope
I
not,
heard
bro.
that it was a diss track.
I hope not.
That would be one of the craziest diss tracks in history.
Yeah, that's crazy. But she lick it like a lollipop. Who are you dissing?
I think he was talking about somebody's girl, like at that point in time. So like,
Shawty wanna.
Yeah, I think so.
Whatever. But yeah, yo, Wayne, you can literally like, and I might sound ignorant again. This is our opinion. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Jay go at niggas, enough niggas that even if somebody was to come at him, I would, like, even if he lost, I don't think that does anything to his career.
But that's what we said about Drake. That's what we were saying going into this Kendrick battle about
Drake was a little bit too arrogant though.
Really?
For him to go out like that, he like, bro, even if the pedophile shit is fake, whatever. Bro, you was talking the most shit on the gram.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. It's the gram. That's what be setting
Kendrick got you the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Easier.
Yeah.
And then they get the Crip walking on you in the music video. Oh my God. Yo, listen.
He brought out all of LA, all of California, actually.
So, and again, I'm biased. I don't think it did, bro. I don't know what the fuck Drake doing. He just need to drop some music.
Yeah. But what do you drop? Like,
whatever.
It has to be a hit, though.
Yeah, just drop a hit. Who cares? Just drop.
Like a dance party.
That, I don't know, it's 32 gigs, whatever, some shit he just dropped. Like, I ain't really care for that.
I like the little circadian rhythm joint. That was cool.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
It was cool.
Yeah, but like, just be Drake, bro. Go find one of these young niggas making some music. Like, I don't care, bro. Like,
you know who he need to tap in with?
Who?
There's this London nigga named Leo Stay Trill. Shout out to you. He be on TikTok, young boy, bro. But he's cool. He need to tap in with him.
Yeah, just go make a song, bro. We don't care. Like, just leave this beef shit alone. You trying to sue niggas? You're making it worse. You're making it worse.
You said he would have did it.
Yeah, I'm joking. But it's like, why did that even get out? You should have paid somebody for that not to get, like, bro, we don't want to see you out like that.
I really believe there's a mole in his camp because there's too much information that is supposed to be private.
Drake is,
Anywho.
He letting us down. He letting me down, bro.
I was never.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake was cool, but I was never a fan. My music palette is very unique.
Who you like?
Who do I mean,
Gotti.
I listen to Gotti. I listen to Wale a lot.
You listen to Wale a lot?
I listen to Wale a lot.
Oh, you a Wale fan?
Yeah. Yeah. Wale a lot. I listen to a lot of Haitian music now. I wasn't always like that, but then the last like 3 years, I started to listen to a lot of international music. Whole lot. Haitian,
I love
reggae,
Afrobeats.
Afrobeats crazy.
Yeah, that shit go crazy.
But surprisingly, bro, Dominican music, I don't even know how they pronounce it. They joint be bumping too.
What? How you get into this?
Bro, I don't know. You just listen TikTok for real. That's really what.
Oh, okay. I need to get on TikTok.
Yeah, and I'm just listening to these samples. I'm like, dog, that's how I found out about the homie Leo Stay Trill. And he did a sample of the whitest of white songs. And I'm thinking, like, there's no way he's gonna make a hit out of this. Jump bump.
Let me ask you a question. This is so random.
Uh-huh.
How do, and this might be a little gay, whatever.
Wait, wait, hold up. What?
Yo, because we good friends, right?
Okay.
And I'm just curious. Oh, I'm not that curious. That was crazy. That was insane. Hey, fucking yo, saying this might be gay and then curious right after it is insane. But no. So like we good friends, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was just wondering, like, we see all these podcasts, like friends create podcasts and then break up and then just don't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that happens? How does it get there? Like, because I would hate for that to happen with us. And I'm just thinking, like, before we even get there, let's talk about this shit now. How does that happen?
For the record.
Fact, like on the record, like pull the files, nigga.
I think it's ego, bro. Like at some point, you ever seen that clip from the Temptations when it's like nobody's coming to see you, Otis? I think it's ego. I don't think it's just with podcasts. I think it's rock bands, it's groups in general. You've seen it with R&B groups. I think it was Day 26 and all of them, Danity Kane. I believe that people just get to a point where they feel like they're bigger than the project or the vision. And that's okay to be confident, but you know, it's very few times that you see a group like a Destiny Child's where everybody is still respected in their own regard, even though they're on their individual track. Like you see, there's a lot of fallouts, and I believe that is because you get to a certain place in life where egos start to clash.
Okay, but even like, let's say, and I'm not trying to, we're going to have a conversation. I want to have this interview, but I'm not going to not talk about it because of that, whatever.
Right.
The Megan Ashley and B. Simone thing, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I feel like B. Simone gave her respect and her flowers at least early on. And I'm like, how does it get to a point where that doesn't work? Because I'm in my mind, I'm always looking at the reality of things. We ain't no more special than nobody else, right? And I say that to say, I'm pretty sure it was a point where they was like, we would never end up like such and such who broke up, right? The same thing I'm thinking now. Mm-hmm. But because I haven't seen that before, and I pray that we never see that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But I'm trying to understand, how does it go from that to not even talking to each other?
I think it's because, like I said, seasons, bro. Like different seasons, people just are different people. And I remember a lot of people don't create room for growth, right? So I feel like you expect somebody to be this way all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I don't have enough insight to be Simone or Megan Ashley.
It's not really, it's more so general.
I'm just going to say like just in general, but I think just to use them as an example, I think Megan was going through a really tough time and it was hard for her to deal with the business. Where I think on B. Simone's side, and again, don't quote me because this is what I think I heard from that episode that they took down. I think as a result, B. Simone is very locked in on the business.
Okay.
So one is like going through some emotional things and it's like looking to them as a friend. It's like, yo, you should understand because you're my friend. But then on the other side, it's like, yeah, I am. But like, I also am this businesswoman that have worked very hard to establish this brand. And I'm bringing you along to the journey. Prime example, let's use you and I.
Mm-hmm.
I could be going through something right now, but you know that you put 100,000 hours into this brand.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at a place now where we're getting notoriety and it's like, yeah, I understand that you're going through this, but I need you to tough it out because I also went through it and I was able to get through it, but still maintain the level of excellence that I had, right? So you're trying to tell me from a perspective of like lived experience because you went through it. And this is not every case, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm in the middle of the emotions right now, I feel like you don't
see
understand.
Anything. Oh, wow, yeah.
Like you don't understand me.
Wow.
But hindsight 2020, 5 years from now, I might be like, oh, okay, that's what he was talking about. Because now, using them as an exact example, she got her own platform now.
Mm-hmm.
So now she understands that if I don't show up, I don't eat.
Mm-hmm.
If this is her key source. So now, okay, maybe this is what she was talking about. But we won't know that for sure until they either reconcile or have their conversation or whatever. Now, what I will say was how you move afterwards does speak a lot to your character, though.
Mm-hmm.
So even if, and I've told you this even with before TGSB and all that, because remember, we were on podcasts, stopped working on this, that, and the third. And one thing that we always talked about was like the friendship was always superseded. This, right? So even if I wasn't on the podcast with TGSP, and you were upset about it, I remember you're like, bro, like why? Like we just got here. And I was just like, ministry is what I feel like I got to do right now. We always created that room though for growth. And then look at what happened though, because you never closed the door. You're like, all right, cool. I understand where you're at, but you would still give that gentle nudge, like, nah, you're special. This is what you do. And I don't think a lot of people have the patience nor the empathy for that growth in this fast-paced world.
You know what's funny? And I think I always contribute this to my confidence, and maybe I need to find another word, but I think you are right, because I can see that happening, but because I said, because I'm like, how do I break this down? I'm steady reaching for this level of Jay Hill that I want to be. I want to be him now. So every opportunity that I get to be him, I try to fill those shoes. So in that aspect, I can understand me being frustrated and like, bro, I work hard, bro. I need you to do this. And if you not want to do it, I remember me saying, I would never be that person. So now it's a pride and an ego thing, confident things. For me, it's like, I can't do that because I want to be who I say I'm going to be type thing. You get what I'm trying to say? And I don't know how to explain it other than that. That's really how it be. Like, I am who I am. So like when it came to fighting or when it came to like things, I try not to put myself in situations because I know I react off of, nah, these like, I gotta do this now. And it's like, you don't, you feel me? But that's how I always felt. So the same with when things happen like that, like, yo, I can't, I was upset. I wanted you. I'm like, but in my heart and my soul is like, yo, you can't do that. You said you know what I'm saying? So, and then there's also that confidence factor is like, bro, you good. You'll get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like with or what without them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not like on a bad thing. It's like, yo, you gotta allow people to be. Yeah, it's like, yo, let them be who they are, and is show them how good of a person you are without having to cross the line. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, all right, if he say he want to move on, cool. You know it hurt, but got it. Like I had a friend, and that's why I be hating these things sometimes, because I call people my friends. But the guy Joe, right? I rock with Joe. Like he really showed up at times where I needed it. And I know some people, they might think it's just business, right? He had a studio, I had motion, I'm helping him, but his help was just as much for me that it was me for him. You feel me? So I called him a friend. And I remember us bumping heads and us not having like it wasn't really, we wasn't on the same page. And I'm like, yo, bro, I fuck with the friendship so heavy that fuck this, bro. This ain't working. Like, I don't want this to ruin a friendship.
But some people can't accept that. Now they're going to throw away the friendship because it's like their pride and everything is going.
And that's why I was going, because I checked on him like 2-3 times. And I'm like, man, like, niggas really like, and it just ain't nothing like to put them down. It's just like you said, some people might not see you the way you see them. You feel me?
And that's boundaries though, bro. There was something that you said just now that, like, going back to creating space for people, right? If I didn't take that track, because you got to think, after I left the podcast, I also left working in local news. And from that, I went to start working with Roland after that. And then the producer that I am now, compared to the producer that I was before, 2 different people. So, like, because you gave me room to grow, I'm a way better producer now than I was when we were doing the Gemini Scorpio podcast. But some people will not be able to see that. And I didn't even see it then. But like coming around, again, full circle. Because now, look, we're in this space in Atlanta, which is crazy. Because again, you're the reason why I'm down here. You were the first person that was like, yo, you should move down here. It's a great opportunity. And then like God just confirmed, well, let me not say you're the reason, but God's the reason why.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
But, you know, you were definitely somebody that God spoke through. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you need to get down here. It just makes me, it's just affirming because it makes me feel confident that like I made the right decision then. And then to the point that you're talking about, like, about the disagreements and everything, going back to that, right? Certain people, I just think they were never friends to begin with, or they were never as close as they thought they were.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say about us, and again, knock on wood though, we were on the phone with my cousin in California.
Yeah, that's
and I don't think you remember.
That was random. No, I remember.
And he was like, y'all need to be friends forever. Like, y'all can't have no disagreements. Y'all need to make sure that y'all. And I was just like, you don't even know him.
That was a
like, you know
random
what I'm
ass
saying?
call. I remember that. Yeah.
Bro, like,
yeah,
I don't
that.
know. He don't know you from Adam and Eve, bro.
Mhm.
And he was saying that. I'm just listening to him. I'm like, where is this coming from? Because I didn't know what he was like. Can you call Jay? I need to have something to tell him.
Mhm.
I was like, what? So when he said that, he was like, nah, y'all are supposed to do something for the kingdom. And I was like, for the kingdom? That's a big, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
like, hold up. But looking at it now, even with that conversation, and I know we're going to talk about this a little bit later, that conversation with Pinky yesterday,
Mm.
bro, that was ministry to me. Like,
Yeah.
everything she said was fire, but then when she got to the end, and I'm not going to tell y'all nothing because y'all need to watch it.
Now we by the time
But
this come out,
yeah,
probably,
it's probably going to be
it's
out.
all good.
But
Yeah.
bro, that conversation with Pinky was fire. And that just makes me realize, like, with Lecrae, with so many people that we've been able to interview, Jess, when we're in the same room, we talked about it yesterday. It's just something. It's something special. So yeah,
Being my friend and / producer, right? I'm curious to know, where do you think how do you like how I'm handling my interviews? I ask that from a sense of, like, I try to be consistent regardless, right? I try to get people that can help the platform grow. Although some people I might not care to interview. And again, this is, I don't want to put none of my knock to my guests, but it's just, I'm being real and vulnerable. I do that for the sake of the growth of the platform. However, there's a lot of conversations that I actually want to have. It's just not as many as I would need for the the sake of the conversation, or for the sake of the platform. Do you think I'm doing a good job at just getting the work done, or do you think I should scale back and be more intentional with the people that I'm talking to have the conversations that I want, even though it might not garner the most attention?
I think in this society we don't have the opportunity to scale back no more because it's so. I mean, what's for you is always going to be for you, but because you already started with this cadence, it's like no, you maintain. But one thing I would say is just like, and we talked about this before, you gotta get excited for practice. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get excited for the big game, bro.
That's hard.
You gotta get excited for practice.
That's fire. So even the ones I'm not excited, act like it.
You gotta get excited for practice because you know that this is getting you ready for the big game. So that when it's time for you to show up, like when you have an interview that you're excited for, it's automatic. You have it, that switch is already there when it's time for you to show up and you have those interviews. You know, again, you got the team and everything. But like, nah, just get excited for practice. Just knowing that, like, this is a part of the process. Like, so just the same way you love the game, just love practice just as much. Like, when they talk about Jordan and Kobe and things of that nature, people hated them in practice. Because to them, it's not practice. To them, they're down in the fourth quarter. So, like, that's one of the things that I feel like, I think Kenny Smith was talking about greatness, and he was like,
Kenny Brooks.
Was it Kenny?
Wait,
Brooks?
no,
Kenny Smith.
Oh, I thought you said about Funny Sales. My bad.
No, so Kenny Smith was talking about, like, the people that are great. He was like, the difference between somebody that's good and great is just that they do the things that are different more consistent than, like, every so often. Like, somebody might do something that will improve their life once or twice. They do this every day. But the person that is great does this every day.
Alex, you know what's funny? Because we're going to get back into it, though. The room for growth is, like, so astronomical. I don't even know the word for it. Because I reposted that clip, right? Because I could resonate, because I am that person. But even being that person is another level to unlock, to being what he's talking about. So as I'm thinking that I am who he's talking about, it's still another level within myself to be who he's talking about. So for example, like, I do the work every day. I always say I'm really not, I don't think I'm that talented. I just put the work in. Like, so I was saying what he was saying, but now it's like, you got to put the work in while you putting the work in. Like, yeah, you getting the interviews. Yeah, you doing it. Now, you record, you dropping 3 times a week. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now you got to prepare 3 times a week. Now you really got to put the work in while you putting the work in. It's like, damn.
I remember I was reading the book Relentless, and I love that book. They were talking about, like, Jordan, and there was this trainer. He trained Jordan and D-Wade and all that, but he was talking about, like, the mindset of Jordan, right? And Jordan's really not okay up here. To be that great, you have to be a level of crazy. And I'm understanding that. I think Pinky said the same thing. Like, you got to be. And he was just talking about, you tell Jordan 6 reps. Like, he's benching, he's doing 12. You know what I'm saying? So, again, he's constantly, because he's not competing with nobody else but here. And that is where I think that's where the growth is, because you could always have that competition up here because it's literally you versus you. So who sets that ceiling? You. But when you're competing against everybody else, it's like, all right, cool. Like you get to a point. But now when it's up here, bro, he probably competing with himself right now. Who knows? I want to have the best F1 racing team out there, whatever venture he's in, because he just has that mentality. And then another person, and I know I listen to these quotes a lot, but Will Smith, bro, said something.
Oh
that
yeah,
was
Will Smith is
so
out of this world,
profound, bro.
He's out of this world,
bro. But he said he was like, the difference between A to B is way different from B to C.
Yes.
And I'm just like, because like you think it's that 10%, it's like no, it's like this level right here is like to be the best.
Yeah, even if you want to, let's break it down to be more digestible for people to understand, right? In high school, and y'all could try to lie if you want. You could try to lie. It was easy to be a B student. Like, and I know my daughter's mom hate this because she swear I'm so hard on Amaya. Like, Amaya bring me her report card and it's like B's and A's. And I'm like, yo, these B's, like, I get it, but I was in high school. You can actually bullshit and get B's. Like you can, all you got to do is just stay out the way. You feel me? So, but getting all A's, like you said, like what Will Smith said.
That low percentage.
You think it's the same energy, it's not even nowhere. Not even, like, it's not even close.
Because you got to think you have to average out at 90%.
Yes.
Average out, meaning you're at 90%.
Yeah, that's a fact.
A majority of the time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy, bro. Like I think, but those are two people who lives we look at and we can see the greatness in them. We like Denzel was like we can see these are greats. And when you say that, when we talk about the difference between, they think like the difference between A and B is so far from B and C. You can see that because why? It's a million actors out here. It's only.
But how many are household names?
20, maybe. Maybe I'm being generous.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Because this is our field, we're just talking about celebrity, bro. A-list? Bro, I used to think, I'm like, oh, this person's A-list. Bro, A-list, there's not that many.
Yeah.
There's not that many A-list celebrities, bro.
And that's why I appreciate my interviews the way I do. I feel like people in Atlanta, they get spoiled. I'm really from a place where, bro, we ain't had like, you know, like it's bro, to be next to these people, you know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
So I remember when I did the interview with T.I. and like my team was like, oh yeah, man, I been here mad time. I'm like, what y'all niggas not about to do? We ain't about to like just act like this is a regular interview. Just because you see a nigga every day. Did an interview with DJ Drama, like niggas, like, bro, these are people we listened to growing up. Are you serious?
You gotta be grateful.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I show my guests, the people, even somebody like Pinky. Bro, the things that she had to do to get to the position that she's in.
Utmost respect.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like people think because they see people every day, it's like, oh, they just like me. Like, nah, like you can do what they did, but don't get it.
Might not have that success though.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Hell no.
For sure.
But going back to your interview styles, and like when I said prepare, like love to practice, one thing that I'll say about you, and more recently, you've been very patient. Like you've been, and I'm not saying that you weren't always like that, because sometimes you'll be so eager to make a point in the past, like you're jumping in. But like I feel like recently you've been very intentional about listening. And then letting them complete maybe it's because you're making clips in your mind at the same time.
I don't know.
But it's like you've been very intentional about like, all right, this is the point. This is the time. They made their point, like it's a complete thought. So all right, now I can go out and I can say my next point, or I can follow up on whatever they just spoke about. So that's one thing I will say. It's you've been doing that constantly. It's just your excitement. You know when you're excited for an interview.
And you probably could tell on camera, yeah.
And it's like,
and that's the worst thing. If you
interview.
could tell, that's not good.
They may not be able to tell, but I can tell because I'm your producer.
Okay, yeah. That Pinky interview was, I definitely was excited, but I'm gonna be real with you. I wasn't as excited before I started doing research. I felt indifferent. I'm gonna be real. So I was gonna post this. Let me see. I was trying to get this interview with Pinky for the longest, and I honestly felt like she was playing with me at one point. Yeah. Yeah, and I was telling, it ain't been that long. February 22nd, 2022. It ain't been that crazy.
It's been about 2 years though.
Yeah. But
Here though, in Atlanta, because you've been here since 21.
I have.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have.
That's a long time.
So I was talking to one of my mentors and I said, I hate that people, like, I feel like people respond more to negative than positive, right? And I was like, I hate that happens because, like, it's so many people showing you love, right? So I say all that to say, so I was DMing, like, not getting no responses, right? She would say, like, yo, let's do it this day, but no responses. So one day I kind of got emotional and I did something I shouldn't have did. Yeah, so it wasn't like crazy, but it was, I'm gonna read it. So I'm saying, hey, you gave me somebody number, I'm not gonna say his name, to connect with, but he hasn't been responsive. Before that, you told me we could do it when you were in Atlanta and your date, but you were here and never responded to me, ... So that was an emotional response.
She responded.
She said, hey, what's your number?
Is that how you got this interview?
Yes.
Swear,
bro.
Oh my God.
So mind you,
what?
I'm like, in my mind, I know I shouldn't be writing this.
But you know,
in my mind, I'm like, yo, don't write this. Like, cause I'm being super, like, this is an emotional text. I'm like, yo, you gave me what's the name number to connect with, but yo ain't really responding. Then before that, you told me to call you when you was in Atlanta. You ain't hit me up. ...
But see,
But before that, look, I'm like,
I didn't even know that she did that.
yo, I'm like, she like, look, I'm like,
there's a method to your madness.
hey, I've been emailing, cause she had sent the email. I'm like, yo, so I mad messages, right? Hey, good morning. I've been trying to get with you, ... I'm like, good morning. She like, hey, please contact PR publicist at ... I'm like, yo, hey, I've been emailing them, no response. Also, I ended up speaking with somebody else. I think his name is ... as well as reached out to a few of your high school friends from the city.
You sent that?
Yeah, she like try to get with me around a tour date. So I looked at the tour date. She didn't even tell me. I looked at the tour date. I'm like, gotcha. I'll follow up in November. I'm like, this is November the 2nd. I'm like, hey, good afternoon. Just following up with you to get a date book. Nothing. November 12th. Just checking back in with you. November 15th. Hey, I know you hella busy. You was telling me to hit you around the tour date. November 17th. Would you still like to do the interview? June the 9th, 2023. Hey, still trying to do the interview. You said hit you when you were in the A for your tour. I did and didn't get a response. If it's something we can't do, I just understand. I'm like, still
you talking to yourself at this point.
I'm talking to myself.
Like, hey,
December, I'm like, still trying to have you on for it, if you up for it. And then I say, yo, like, you gave me such, because I seen her at an event and she gave me somebody's number. I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I say that. She like, what's your number? I'm like,
yeah.
There's
a method to your madness there, bro.
But that still was emotional. I feel like I shouldn't have did it. Thank God I got the interview. So I say all that to say, we're going around the Marbury Bush. I say all that to say I wasn't the most excited because I'm gonna be straight up with you. And maybe I'm being too honest, but whatever. This was an interview that I just wanted to do because if I had it my way, I probably would interview everybody from the city.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be straight up with you. I got a love for the city. So it wasn't that I thought this interview was gonna do phenomenal, crazy numbers or something like that. I was about to get paid. Like, I didn't think that. I just loved her story. I thought she was dope.
But I think that matters more.
Yeah, no. So, but I'm just saying this is why I'm going into it. So the fact that I had to do all of this and I didn't think I was about to garner no crazy numbers or nothing like that. When I finally got it, I'm like, okay, whatever. When I tell you, I started to do research. Bro, I got emotional doing research, bro. I'm like, it's no way. Like the way she speaks, I'm like, I literally, again, this that gay shit. I had to check her. I had to look to see what her sign was. Cause I'm like, it's like, I thought she was I'm like, yo, it's no way, bro. Like,
what is she? She
is Sag. I'm like, bro, she been getting to it and she won everything I thought. I'm like, yo, I said that before. Mm-hmm. That's me. Like, even went down to the fact when she was like, yo, I've been had motion, for lack of better words. She's like, I've been doing this. Yeah. This ain't nothing new, so to say. I've been saying that all the time. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas think I'm lit because it's podcast shit, bro. I'm able to be humble because I always had motion.
Yeah, you're playing football before. You know
Nigga,
what I'm saying?
I always had something going on. Nigga, when I became a Q, like I was hosting, like I was good. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when I'm hearing her speak, I'm like,
It's the relatability, yeah.
bro, I can't make this up. I really was getting emotional doing research. I'm like, yo, she is dope as fuck, bro. So that's how the excitement came. And you know, I love to be proved wrong. You feel me? Like just doing the research, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's fire.
Shorty made me a believer. Yeah, I was like, it went from me wanting to do it because she from Baltimore, she got a name, to like really caring. Like I cared. Like that interview, I mean, of course I wanted to do 1 million views. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna be real. Like, I just love the conversation, bro. I enjoyed it.
I would challenge you then, though, just listening to that, to how much do you feel like with this interview, that's the level of research that you do for all your interviews?
Not even.
I think I would challenge you to do that level of research for every interview.
But I'm gonna go.
You might find something.
I'm gonna go deeper. Pause.
Very much pause.
I ain't even get a chance to do as much research for that as I wanted to.
Okay.
You know who I think did a pretty decent amount of research for?
Yeah.
Mario.
You did that in Baltimore though, right?
No, it was here. It was in Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah, I had a lot of notes. I had a structure. I was strategic with that motherfucker. Like, I really broke that shit down.
You still getting hits on that clip.
Yeah, niggas hate the fact that I said, what the hell I say? I said you were supposed to lose that.
The versus?
Yeah. What people don't understand about these interviews and the clips, I'll probably be having a conversation for like an hour before I say some crazy shit like that. We already had rapport. Like, we already joking. You get what I'm saying?
That's why people were like, the Tafia clip.
Yeah,
where
like,
you posted that.
Y'all have no idea.
He asked for it though. You got to think about it. Like he was bidding at first.
Yeah, we like, bro. Me and Tafia was cool. Like, like they don't understand. You feel me? I do that because and again, when it comes to clips, is a way to do it. You feel me? Like, you're not supposed to give too much explanation. You know what I'm saying? Because if you understood it, hey, you ain't gonna have nothing to say. Oh, I get it. You can scroll past it. So I give you just enough whereas though it look like something. No, I'm not about to say, I don't want to do this to you in a clip, or you my homie, or I actually like the music. Why? Why would I do that?
But you said that in the interview though. That's the crazy thing.
Like, in the end, like, bro,
and when you go, you will find that out.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like, if you don't see it, then I don't care.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing. Like, so how do you find that balance of, like, when do you stop listening to the comments? Or do you listen? Because, you know, in Pinky's interview, she was talking about, like, people pleasing, right?
Yeah.
And, like, she's in the people pleasing business. Do you think podcasting is a people pleasing business? Like, so you have to listen to the comments? You have to listen to the criticism?
I don't think you have to, but it could be. I mean, like, it's so many ways to skin a cat, and I see like so many people out here who's playing the clickbait game, who's playing the like, you know, booking talent to say crazy shit to get the numbers up and get money. So it very much so is a people pleasing game, but it's other ways to win too, right? Get out there and build a brand, build a name, be somebody where people want to talk to you. And what I would say is, and this is what I want to work on, to be honest, if you become a professional where people can trust what you're saying, I think you win like that. And it is more long-term. Whereas though all this other stuff, like you just going some shit to get viral, is like, bro, that ain't gonna last too long.
No longevity in that.
Yeah, even
but you
my
see
shit.
those. You see those.
Yeah, but even my stuff, I ain't gonna lie. Like my clips, I got clips that went viral, but ain't no longevity in that. It's like, that's just the way that I've came in the game. I'm gonna be real.
I don't know. I would challenge you on that. Cause there's one clip that you've done with was it Donnie P? That still pops up every 3 months or so. Like that clip.
Yeah.
Like dress how you should be addressed or something like that. So there are a few clips that still have longevity as the culture.
But nobody is.
Forward.
I say that
they don't want you. Okay.
This is the thing. They're not looking for me. I don't think they're looking for her. That's something to talk about. Now imagine if that same conversation we're talking about something like, not meaningful, but we're giving a deeper dive and a breakdown of how and why. They like, oh no, this nigga is good. Like, who is this person? We're just having banter. Ain't nobody checking for that person. They just listening to it and responding to it. It's something. It's emotionally get you to react emotionally. Now, when we start having conversations about why, and the purpose and why, like now people are searching for you because it's like, oh wow, I love his perspective, or I love the way he broke that down. I learned something from that. It's called valuetainment. That's the space I want to get into. But again, I'm being real, I'm being vulnerable. Like, it's hard to be in that space when you already created a lane. And you can do it. It's just, again, we're creatures of habit. So it's like, yo, I'm used to this. This is what get me what my views and shit like that. So I don't want to change it up.
It's like you've been introduced as one way. So now, like,
not even an introduction. It's just, that's what works for me. And again, we're creatures of habit. So because that's what works for me, why change it? That's what working. I'm scared to do something else, because if I do something else, then it ain't gonna work. And then,
you know who is somebody that does that very often and has been demonized for it?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like it can work. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna try something else. Like he doesn't like, but every time that he tries something else,
yeah,
we've seen the fruit.
No, you're right. So, I guess I'm just I didn't get that confidence just yet.
Yeah,
I think that comes with somebody told me, we talking about recording in the garage. This is so fire. This is fire. I forgot who it was. Oh, I think it was a guy named Carter Cofield. Check that interview out. It was pretty cool. And I was like, I didn't want to record in my garage because, like, bro, it's my crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got celebrities coming here. Like, it ain't done for real. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, the most confident to do that. And he was basically saying that it's contributed to confident, because if you was confident in yourself and what you had to offer,
it doesn't matter.
You wouldn't even care.
I interview you outside with no cameras, like nothing.
Yeah, you feel me? And I'm like, damn, here I am thinking I'm the most confident nigga in the world.
You know, it's crazy, right? Like, we're so fixated on quality and everything in that capacity. And I look at, like, TMZ's content.
Talk to him, bro.
TMZ be going crazy, right?
Talk to him.
Look at their quality. But they're confident enough that's like, when we drop something, we're TMZ.
Let me be real, though. It's not that. Again, we're creatures of habit, right? So, they probably just used to doing it how they doing it. However, they also have been in the game for a long time. I'll never forget when D1 hit me about starting his podcast. I'm a straight shooter. I told him, yo, you really don't need none of the stuff I got because you are D1. So you can get away with a lot of the things that I can't get away with. And I look at it like that because I'm not famous, right? So when I get your attention, I need to keep it some way, somehow. So if that's the aesthetic, if that's the quality, I gotta keep it. Whereas though you already have an audience who's coming to listen to you. And that's the benefit of, like, building a brand and building a name that's so far, that's so big that people have no choice to listen to you. Yeah. So, like, yeah, on one end you are right, but on the other end it's like, be careful with that, because you gotta understand that you're not afforded that luxury. That grace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Joe Budden came in here on a fucking flip phone, we gonna listen. It just is what it is. Whereas though a Jay Hill is like, who the fuck is, like, I got some supporters, all right? It might be 5 people. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But you know we shoot for more than that. It just is what it is. So I need to do everything in my power to keep the attention. So understand, but understand.
That's fire. Nah, that's dope. I mean, I think this is a constantly evolving space right now. And everybody be talking about abolish mics, take away the mics. And that's because you may have people that are just saying nothing. It's banter, like you just said. But I think one thing that I will say from the interviews that you have had when you first started versus now, yes, you're still trying to hold on to your audience and keep them, like, hold on to that audience and build on it. But the why has changed. And I think, excuse me, going back to, like, your interview style, something else that you should pay attention to is you finding the humanity in everybody. So it's like, that is something that once you changed your mission a few years ago, or was it a year and a half ago, I have seen your, like, to the point that it's you wrestle with it at times, right? You're talking about Vaughn over that interview where it's like you're trying to find the humanity, and he was like, but this is who I am right now, right? And you're trying to get him to a place where he's 28, talking like the 28-year-old, but that just speaks to kind of like how your mission has shifted. And it's like, okay, but that also speaks to where you are personally and how you looking at life and how you have evolved and how you have grown. But I think when you talk about confidence overall, that is a part of that journey, right? So being confident enough in my platform will show the humanity, and you got this. I'm not saying that like you don't have the confidence, but something that just keeps on standing out to me was when she came on and she was like, I'm gonna start this. I'm not gonna say it because when Pinky was talking about what she's about to start next, her next.
Oh, she said it.
venture.
We already said the podcast.
She said it
we
on the
talked
podcast.
about yeah.
Oh, okay, so when she said, I'm gonna start the podcast and it's gonna be the best podcast ever.
Mhm.
I don't know why that
You
joint
felt
just
it.
like, bro,
Yeah.
resonated with
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, like the confidence from a black woman. I'm just like, this is different. Like it's contagious.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
just being in the room, and I think that, but that spoke to the humanity, the space. When she came in here, she saw the quality. She was like, nah, I need this.
Mhm.
So that was very much affirming. So I'm gonna get your flowers there, bro. Like people may not understand, even down to the set, to the attention to detail. Jay was getting mad with me because I kept on telling him let's record, and he's like, just give me one more second to get this light. Like literally, took 30 minutes to get just lit up. But like people will not ever understand the level of detail that you go into, but it starts from that umbrella.
Mm.
To paint the picture of people being human, but to do that, you have to do it to the best version of yourself.
Mm.
It's like, what'd you say? Let me do it right. Like if I,
Yeah.
just give me the time. Like and that's one thing I appreciate about you too, is you will take time to do it right, where other people will rush to it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm gonna put out this content. Yes, sometimes you have to compromise because you still have a level of metrics that you have to release at a certain time, right? But you will take the time, if it takes 5 hours to set up, 10 hours to set up, 24 hours to set up, to make sure that under the umbrella of everything that you're trying to do, that it's done correctly.
Well, also, I want people to know that, like, you are absolutely right. But again, I've been able to work to get to a place to be able to do that. Don't listen to this and think that, because some people use that as a crutch. Like, I want to make sure, I want to wait till it's right. It was a time where I couldn't. Not even I didn't. I just couldn't. And I made sure it was right to the best of my ability. It was times where I look back where the interview was some shit, but I made sure it was right to the best. Like, think about it. When I did the interview with B. Simone and Desi Banks, right? I had, years ago, I had iPhone earphones using as microphones, as lapel mics. It sounds terrible. I didn't have no light, but I had a cameraman, right? That was the best of my ability at that time. So that was me making sure it was right. I knew I needed audio, right? I didn't know it was going to be that bad because the frequencies was going to, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was going to be that bad. It was going to bleed into each other, right? But I knew I needed audio that wasn't the camera audio. I knew I needed separate audio.
Yeah.
So I got separate audio the best way I could, right? But that was with the knowledge that I had then. I knew I needed a cameraman. I always wanted this moody look. But I didn't understand that you can create the moody look with lights. You still needed a lot of lights. I thought it had to be dark because I'm so used to seeing it dark. So again,
you need more lights. Like, it's crazy. You need more lights to create that.
So I recorded it without a light because I'm thinking it's moody. So I was doing it to the best of my ability, but it still was bad. So I say that to say, don't use that as an excuse. Like, man, it gotta look like this. Nah, just do what you gotta do to the best of your ability, and then you're gonna learn the way.
But that's falling in love with practice, bro. I think that what you just described is, you said to the best of my ability, and I don't want that to go over people's heads. But like, we were going back and forth. You was gone, like you and Irvin was literally had me sitting on this couch and were like grilling me about these videos. And y'all said something, and at the time I was like, looking at the work that I'm doing now, I was like, they're right. Because you're like, this isn't your best. Like, I know you, bruh, and this isn't your best. But what you said was, to the best of my ability. And I can be fully transparent. I be trying to get things done, but I don't be giving my best sometimes. Like, I'm trying to check this box off. But then it's like the why. Because, like, don't try it.
Yeah.
But that is something that I had to just address within myself. It's just like, why am I okay with just the bare minimum?
Just getting it done is just as bad as not doing it. You feel me? If you're not going to do it and make it something that you're proud of, you might as well not do it.
And that's something that I was like, why am I at this place where, but what I realized was, I just wasn't inspired or motivated.
What I will say though, I'm such a contradiction. I'm a Gemini, whatever. It's my third time saying that on this podcast. But never stop though. Because what happens is, people always be like, what keeps you motivated? It's times where I don't be motivated. But through me being consistent, I find things that re-sparks the flame. So if you continue to do things, you'll see, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have did it like that, but now you find yourself getting motivated to do it better, right? I think, and again, that's what it's all for people to help to keep being consistent. If we be consistent through the hard times and we last through the hard times, it'll get better on the other side. So I might just take it with a grain of salt. I might be like, yo, you BSing. That don't mean stop,
Yeah.
right? That mean, okay, you know what? I just took a walk and I don't know, I talked about something today. Let me find something to talk about tomorrow. That's better than what you did yesterday.
Mhm.
All right, I just took a walk and I recorded quick. Let me be intentional about doing it for a minute and 33 seconds exactly.
Yeah.
That's getting better than, you know what I'm trying to say? So like, yeah,
1% better.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it,
1%
man.
better.
I like this.
That was. I
Fa-
do need to get back on my 60 days of content though. I need to finish that.
Falling in love with the process. Fall in love with practice.
Mm-hmm.
I like this, man. We gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah, gotta go pick up the little one.
Gotta get the little one. I gotta upload. I gotta get at least one clip from this episode.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well, until next time.
we don't
safe
know what we
travels.
calling it, but fall in love with practice, man. It's a wrap. We out.
Out.